So, we've been dreaming again. We've been having stress dreams. We're waking up to avoid stuff. I'm not sure why. If you could tell you were dreaming, would you stay asleep? I'd like to think I would. I don't know if we really would. Hello, I am SallyJoMCooper, and this fine gentleman is Herb. Herb is a piece of my mind, just not all of it. These are my conversations with Herb. My conversations with Herb videos are all videos about my dreams. So, it's October 2020, and we've been having stress dreams. Had about 6 now. Didn't get them all written down properly. Probably will have to have some more because of that. Got the first 3 written down. So those should go a little bit smoother. Also, I'm on the wrong page, in which case I'll have to scurry to the page. I've been titling my dream entries Dream. So, that's an improvement. I had a multi-part dream. This was the 9th of October, 2020. In this dream, I was trying to get to a military formation. Or a meeting, I'm not sure. Like a muster, maybe? Didn't seem as serious as a muster. In one portion of the dream, I needed to get cleaned up before I could go. So I went to my uncle's house. This uncle in real life had recently gotten a new house. Well, in the dream, he'd also gotten a new house. And for some reason, they wanted me to get cleaned up in the old house, which was fine, no problem. I didn't mind. And when I went to the old house, the shower was in the living room, and the drain for it was just a hole cut into the carpet, a dirty carpet. But that wasn't the really horrible part. They were sitting at a dining room table, basically, telling me, go ahead, get cleaned up. And it was awkwardly close to where the shower was. And I stressed about it for like a minute, and I decided, well, I have to get cleaned up. I have to make this meeting. So I began taking off my clothes right there, and that was weird enough that I woke up from that dream. I woke up, and I physically rolled over, and I went back to sleep. And as soon as I got back to sleep, I was back in that house. But it wasn't that house anymore. And maybe I should be specific. These were trailers. Like where I grew up. So, anyway. I was in our old trailer. The one I had grown up in grade school. And my old room was set up like when I was in grade school. And I was still trying to get to this army meeting. And I didn't know what time. And I didn't know where. And I didn't know what uniform. And it was dark, and I packed in the old room, and I set off in a black car. And those houses were in South Dakota, but in the black car I was driving through Illinois. And I crashed into another car. And we weren't hurt, but the car had a hole in the bumper, and I woke up, and I rolled over. And as soon as I got back to sleep, I was still trying to make this muster, and I saw our neighbor from Florida's teenager. And he was on a bike, and he had decided he was going to join the army, and he knew the time and the location. And I grabbed my stuff, and I rushed to follow him, and I think I ran after him on his bike to get there, and I didn't know if I was early or if I was late, but I could see the building and I knew where to be, and I was nervous. I didn't know if I could pass a PT test, which is your exercise test, and I didn't know, but I knew it was within reach, and I was relieved for the security of being in the military again, and I woke up from that, and I didn't want to go back to sleep, and it's a little odd, because in the last dream, I got to where I wanted to go, and that somehow was kind of worse. That's something they don't tell you about the service. It's very comforting. Oh, sure, it's horrifying, it's hard, and it's rough, but it's also very comforting, very satisfying if you let it be, because you know where to be, and when to be there, and what to wear, and you're going to have a list of tasks to do, and you're going to be able to do all of them, each one, tick, 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 because you've been trained to do all of them. And if you've made it through training, you definitely should be able to do all of them. And it's secure. And I think after a real long time, it's probably secure in a crippling way if you don't proceed moving up in rank and properly advancing. I think that's why you have to advance or get out after a certain point. But it's strange to miss cold mornings in formation. And it makes me sad at myself that I would do so, because I have good things in life. But that's why sometimes when you get a good thing in your dream, it's just as stressful or more so than when you get a bad thing. What was next? Next one was prettier. I had a blue motorcycle. I dreamed I had a blue motorcycle to match my blue pickup, and I was driving it around a parking lot at night, and this was one of the parking lots that has the giant street lights, so it's like daylight even though it's night, and I saw some people across the lot coming towards me, and they made me nervous. So somehow, which I have no idea how this happened, I very quickly loaded the blue motorcycle into my blue pickup, and all by myself without a ramp. I have no idea how I did that. And I got in my pickup, and as I was going to shut the door of my pickup, these 3 or 4 bikers, and I think one was a woman, grabbed my door, and they were trying to pull me out, and they wanted to steal my bike, and maybe they wanted to steal my pickup, and I knew there was no way I was going to be able to get my door shut against all of them, but I was trying anyway, and I had nothing to fight them with, and so I grabbed my keys, and I was flailing it at their eyes, and I knew this was totally impossible, and that stressed me out enough. I woke up. And then I had one about buildings again. I don't quite understand the ones about buildings. I know there's like metaphorical content to dreams with buildings, and I probably should look it up. But we dreamed we were at the ranch again, and there was this one building, brand new building, on a place where we've always wanted there to be a good building. And it wasn't finished. It was just the scaffolding and there's the roof and like the outside part of walls. And I was walking inside of it, and it was big, and the wood was dark wood, and I thought, wow, we could make this into a house or a lodge or something wonderful. And nobody wanted to do that. And then everybody, and I'm not sure who the people were in this dream because I don't remember the faces in it. But I know there was like presence of others there. Everybody wanted me to go over to this other house that was in this other location. And this house, the whole building was leaning to the south. And I don't mean like a little bit, like the dirt shifted, like really leaning to the south. And I feel like the carpet was the same as the carpet in another house, but it wasn't that same house at all. And the whole house was leaning to the south, and the place where they kind of wanted me to use or whatever was on the south side, and it had a beautiful view out the window, but the whole house was leaning to the south, and I became very, very nervous that if I went to the south side of the south room, the whole house would collapse. But regardless, I was sitting on an old sofa in that room of that old house that was leaning to the south, trying very anxiously to relax. And I couldn't. I was so stressed about the house falling to the south. I woke up and I had another dream that was much worse than those dreams. And I have a series of that kind. And it won't be good for me to put them on here. But stress dreams, that's what we've been having. Is stress dreams. I don't know if it's because of 2020. I don't know if it's because of changing the diet up a little bit. But that's what we've been having. None of them have been so bad that I won't go back to sleep. I seem to be quite willing to risk it, even when I wake up from them, like mostly. But, yeah. Wish they were more interesting. Really wish they were the movie dreams. Way more fun than stress dreams. But maybe we'd have to try a different diet program to get those back. Man, if I found out the diet that just gave me movie dreams, I don't know if I would worry about like weight loss goals, or if I would just do the diet that gave me the movie dreams all the time. I mean, given that it wasn't wrecking the rest of life. But not really an option that I know about. Somebody's going to be like, mushrooms! Just take lots of mushrooms. I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that. History of schizophrenia in the family. Already talking to a statue. It's not a good plan. But anyway. Thanks for concern. I know about them. I don't hate on people that do them. Not going to try it. Got enough doors open already. That was not supposed to be part of this video. Alright, we have to be done now. Thank you for letting me have this time in your mind. Thank you for watching Herb. He loves it. There's merch of Herb now. It's on Redbubble. It's gonna be around. Probably in the descriptions. I'm doing that now. Getting links and like official stuff. Trying to be real. I know you're very proud of me. Thank you. See you later.